How did it feel, and why did you do it?
Last night was a big moment. It was my first time at a Trump rally, my first time at a Trump event, and there were over 20,000 people in the crowd. And being backstage, looking out on to these faces of my fellow Americans, it was very abundantly clear that I was in the right place and that the message had to be one of unity, and it had to be led with an apology. I think that what has happened in this country is that we have allowed the media to turn good people against good people, to create chaos, to create fear of one another. It's been just a storm of using lies to create discontent and instability. And so going out there yesterday was something that I think could have only happened had Bobby suspended his campaign and brought millions of people into the middle to shake hands on both sides of the aisle. To remember very clearly what it means to be an American and to believe in one's own goodness and the ability to heal and make amends. The crowd last night was so open to that, and I'd love to see a similar effort with those who are currently aligning themselves on the left. But I will say, as you pointed out, the media is making that almost impossible. It's an echo chamber on the left. It's an echo chamber of hate, lies, and fear right now.
It's an all-out assault on Donald Trump and those who would support him. Hit pieces dropping every day on people like RFKJ. They've already been telling us for months that he's some sort of a nutcase who, would get people killed. Meanwhile, his whole life has been spent trying to help children in particular, but all of us, from the pollutants in our air and our water and so on. And now they've taken it to just an 11 on Donald Trump. We'll get to the Liz Cheney thing and what they're doing there, but I want to start with you because you are a woman supporting Trump, and I am too. And I really think that the Mark Cuban response, his comment the other day, is so offensive. And yet I bet that viewpoint is held by a lot of the Democrats now trying to champion women in this race, trying to act like they champion women and the Democrat Party champions women. Mark Cuban makes the following comment about women who support Trump.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple. They're intimidating to him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them. And, Nikki Haley will call him on his nonsense with reproductive rights and how he sees and treats and talks about women. I mean, he just can't have her around. It wouldn't work.
I think Stormy is intelligent. I don't think that's 100%. She's very smart. Yeah, Stormy.
He means is like,
but he has power
on stage.
Yeah,
and stuff.
So strong, intelligent women are intimidating to Trump, and he won't have any of them around. Here's just a little bit of the response by some strong, intelligent women to Mark Cuban. Watch.
This is so profoundly offensive. I worked for Donald Trump. I consider myself a strong woman. I consider those around me strong women.
I gotta say, I have known you and respected you and loved you for a really long time. And what you just said there is disrespectful, and it crosses the line.
Recognize this place? This is the ellipse, where presently a strong, intelligent woman is speaking without a teleprompter.
Cuban's words are mean, sad, and misogynistic. And the left can't even define what a woman is.
I worked for President Trump for 2.5 years. Democrats tried to tear me down. President Trump empowered me and every other woman in America.
I'm licensed in 4 states. I graduated college in 3 years. And your left-wing media and your rhetoric, and you're putting women down. See, President Trump doesn't do that. He surrounds himself with strong women like me. So Mark Cuban, you can go to hell.
Pretty remarkable and strong response. Today he's trying to add context, but failing to. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what did you make of the comments, Nicole?
Look, I've been following Mark Cuban's career for a little bit, and I will say he hasn't exactly done anything impressive as of late. First of all, his carbon credit crypto scheme completely tanked. And now he's, a front person for an organization that is so blind to what is actually going on in America. I oftentimes don't see him around smart, strong women either. So, I think maybe he's projecting a little bit of his own recent experience in life. But, I will say that there are, Susie Wiles, who runs Donald Trump's campaign. I had the opportunity to sit down with her for a little bit yesterday, and she is one of the brightest, strongest women I've ever met. She's in her 60s. She's so focused. Donald Trump is surrounded by brilliant people and women who really stand for something other than celebrity and a paycheck. In fact, many of the women around him truly are there for the right reasons. And, the left right now is parading celebrities around. And I know a lot of these celebrities. I've been around them many times. And they don't really have a backbone. Last night on stage, I talked about being at a celebrity party where this young woman fell on the ground and passed out, likely due to a drug overdose. Jessica Alba was standing right there and wanted nothing to do with it. She was like, trying to keep her hands clean, backed away and kind of rolled her eyes in disgust. And I got on the ground and tried to help this young woman up. Luckily, she came to. And I talk about this on stage yesterday as like this feeling I had looking in her eyes and just wondering what she was doing with her life. And just wanting her to be well and to find the kind of confidence where she could extract herself from an environment where literally no one cared about her in that moment. And that is the environment of these celebrities that they live in every single day. The party must go on, the business must go on. And it's a very cruel and cold environment. It's not one that breeds the kind of hope and love and community that I've been seeing around Donald Trump. And, I know Donald Trump comes from a party boy background a bit. He didn't drink or do drugs, but, he was very social. But I think that right now this election really is about the people. It's the people who are leading this movement to make America healthy again and to make America great again. I mean, you could use whatever acronym you want. It's people who believe in something other than transactional celebrity. And it really is about harmonizing and valuing and prioritizing the things that make life meaningful.
This year, supply chain issues have been more prevalent than ever. Whether it's the result of natural disasters like Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton, global conflict, or inflation, the impacts are being felt everywhere. While they sometimes are a minor inconvenience, delays in accessing essential medications can become catastrophic. The U.S. relies on overseas sources for more than 80% of its generic medications. So what happens when there are delays? Or what if supplies are cut off? How will you care for your loved ones and yourself? The Jace case offers peace of mind for you and your family in the face of delays, shortages, and disasters. This is an emergency medication kit containing 5 life-saving antibiotics that treat the most common and deadly bacterial infections. Simply complete a quick online evaluation to ensure you're prepared. The Jace case can also be customized with add-ons like ivermectin, EpiPens, and more. Don't wait. Consider preparing right now. Receive a discount on your Jace case by visiting jase.com and entering promo code MK at checkout. That's promo code MK at jase.com, ensuring you have the right medications exactly when you need them. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.